we weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob. But that one was pretty famous. Like a ton of Christian kids weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob. Yeah, that one's like...
Honestly, if I had to pick, I'm glad I got to watch SpongeBob. I feel like it shaped a lot of my sensibilities. Like silly boys out there.
Just like the way you sound and dress and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, in Shrek 2 when he gets turned into human Shrek, I'm that, but SpongeBob. Hi, my name is Scoochie Boochie. I was born from a volcano, and now I'm the best rapper in the United States. Welcome to Holy Smokes. It's my comedy podcast where we smoke weed and tell Bible stories. It's kind of like Drunk History, but with weed and the Bible. And we do improv scenes as well. New episodes every Monday on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and you can watch the full episodes on YouTube. My guests are usually Chicago improv people, but last week I went to LA and recorded 7 episodes with friends that have moved out there, and I'm really excited. So we're actually going to jump to those. If you've been following along, I'm going through the Bible chronologically. It's going to be a bit of a leap in that. Don't worry, we'll get back to the older episodes, hopefully with now more people watching because of my LA friends, that some of which have kind of a following, which is nice when you're trying to be a show. So also, thank you to all the new people that found my Scoochie Boochie stuff this week. I've had a wonderful week, and people have said a lot of really nice stuff. Thank you for listening to my raps as well. Enjoy Vinny Thomas. This is so different from doing it in my house, which is where I do most of the other episodes.
Yeah.
Actually, this timer reminds me of when I used to play video games. My mom would give me a timer like that. I'd be like, you get an hour. If it was a school night, but I'd pause it when it was loading because I'm not gaming right now. You know what I mean?
Oh, you would pause the timer.
Yeah, I was like finding little loopholes.
And what did she do about that? She
didn't know about that, but I'm sure she knew what time it was generally and was like, I think he's juicing the numbers a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Wow, she timed your video game play.
Yeah. Which I always felt was a little unfair given how much football we watched on Sunday. I'm like, this feels like your guys' video games, and this is 8 hours.
My mom wasn't worried about my video game because the kind of video games I played were like Zoo Tycoon.
Right. She's like, well, he's building.
Yeah. She was like, he's learning. She was like, you can play Zoo Tycoon, just open the profiles for the animals and learn about each one before you get into it.
Is that how you got all your animal knowledge?
No, I know I think probably, I don't know, there was something wrong with me.
That was going to happen regardless.
I just some kind of weird fixation. I think I was supposed to do that, and then something changed.
Oh, yeah. You were supposed to be like a Steve Irwin?
I think I was supposed to work in a zoo. You know that feeling when you're like, oh, I was supposed to do that. This is going great. This is going really well. Maybe better than that. But I was supposed to do that.
You were supposed to be the person with the headset mic with a big crazy bird going, this is Zazu.
Yeah. This is Mimsy. She's a spotted owl. No loud noises. Right? Very relaxed about no loud noises.
She could kill any one of you in the blink of an eye.
Have you seen when they bring like reptiles to the classroom and they're like, put some hand sanitizer on and 2 fingers this way, because kids will automatically like rub the reptile against the grain of the scale.
It's like one of those pillows that has the little shiny like...
It's exactly like one of the pillows with the little shinies.
But you can't like spell like poo in it.
You spell poo in sequin pillows?
Dude, we had one that for years was sitting on the shelf with corn with a K written in it.
Kind of a vulgar young man.
I feel that I grew up so kind of like I don't think I even cussed till college that I'm sort of dealing with like a, it was all like bottled up.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to make up for that by writing a bunch of songs about tits and farts.
I famously didn't curse until I was 15.
Was it like your first words? Like people remember your first like shit or whatever?
I remember it. Yeah. I think my first curse was like, I went to school and I was like, I'm just going to do it. Like, who cares? And I said, fuck.
You planned it?
I planned it out. I was like, today's the day. I put on my best little outfit and I said, fuck it, school.
Where during the day did you drop it? Do you remember?
Oh, lunchtime, obviously.
Oh, did you stand up on a table?
And I yelled, fuck, stand up on a table alone. And I said, fuck at the top of my lungs.
I also have to go to someone else's table that has kids at it.
Yeah. Damn.
Where'd you grow up? I don't think I even know.
Denver, Colorado.
Okay, nice. Was it a religious upbringing?
It was pretty religious.
What kind?
We were, I don't know, I guess cool Christian. It was like interdenominational Baptist kind of situation. Our church was very big, almost mega church cusp.
So there was a drum set in the...
Oh, brother, there was a drum set. It was behind plastic. It was, up on a huge stage.
Yeah.
The singer, who was sick, by the way, they flew him in from the UK. And that man could
like
blow.
A full like British rocker. He's got like a feather earring and like a leather vest.
More like Seal. Bald black guy could sing
awesome.
the house down.
That's awesome.
And then our pastor describes himself as a jazz theologian.
Oh my God.
He wrote a whole book about the intersection of jazz and Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
I learned how to play trumpet from there's a guy named Hugh Reagan who's like this locally famous jazz trumpet player, and he taught me how to play trumpet for a second. And
shit.
it was a cool church. Here's the thing: is I never asked them any serious questions. Do you know what I mean? Because you do, and then all of a sudden you're like, I don't know.
It also feels crazy to do that after a hot jazz set. It's crazy to like,
what am I going to ask about God?
I think I just saw him in that solo.
I'm going to ask for a cigarette. Are you kidding me? I'm going to ask about God.
Dude, this cut from that to my church, which like, God bless Stephanie, but she's just getting through the hymns. You know what I mean?
God bless Stephanie, but she's doing her best. And Stephanie's on the keyboard.
No, she's on a grand.
Oh, you guys had a piano.
We had a piano, yeah.
Right on.
No drums. I love the relationship between churches and drums.
Yeah.
Because like if they have them, they're still behind like a protective, like it's like like bullets are gonna fly out of it and make people
sealed.
Shake ass. Like
the people playing the drums are like the Pope. Do you know what I mean? And they're like trapped behind plexiglass. Because
too many people have tried to assassinate them for making people's hips move too much.
Because that's the heart. That's the heart of the band. If you take out the drum, you take out the church.
You cut the head off the snake.
Yeah.
Sorry, is that offensive? I know you have a snake.
I do have a snake. Yeah, that's true. I do have a snake. Her name is Mrs. Gutierrez. You know what? You know what I worry about sometimes?
What's that?
I worry that's the most interesting thing about me.
That you own a snake?
That I have a snake. How crazy is that?
You think is the part that you worry about that you wish you had a cooler, more dangerous thing, or just that you worry how dangerous it is?
I worry that like I'll be hanging out with someone for the first time and I'll have nothing to say. I have nothing to say, and in that silent moment, my instinct is to be like, oh, and by the way, I have a snake.
I think that's a good instinct.
You think?
Someone, if I was over your house, I'd be like, yeah, let's talk about that 100%.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
When I go, do you do this where you go over to someone's house and you pretty quickly want to talk about the objects and stuff on the walls?
Oh, I touch the stuff almost immediately. If I go over to someone's house, even if it's just a hookup, I'm just hooking up with someone.
You're like Legos.
I'll walk around. I'll be like digging through their drawers. I'll be like, this is your family? Is your mom? I'll look through stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think it's charming when you look like me, when you're like kind of a weird little baby face guy to like look through stuff, you know?
They're like, he seems like a tinkerer.
Yeah, he's kind of like a little scamp.
Did you ever find anything good? What's the wildest thing you found in someone's
wildest? I don't know if it's ever wild.
It's not even looting. It's like a perusing form of looting.
Yeah, I'm just digging through. Oh, medication, I guess.
Well, yeah, you're like,
that's the first thing.
My bad.
I go to the bathroom, I'll pop that medicine cabinet right open.
And pop a few of those bad boys, see where the evening takes.
See what happens. see where the evening takes.
Dude, one time I was at a girl's house and brag. And she had like one of those collages where it's like a few small frames kind of connected. And I was just sort of checking it out as I do. And she was like, yeah, that's my parents and it's my brother. And like, I was like, who's that? And it was like her and like a couple of relatives and like a black guy in a do-rag. And she's like, oh, that's Mike Jones, the rapper. Like tipping on fofos. And I was like, how? What? And she's like, I don't know.
You did the voice.
Yeah, that's always good. And that'll be the clip. That's the only part I'll show.
Yeah.
Mike Jones. And she was like, yeah, I wasn't even at the show, just with my cousins. And then they're like, yo, it's Mike Jones. Let's get a picture.
Wait, so this is one of those frames that says like faith, hope, love, justice, family.
And Mike Jones with the flash, like red eye, just like,
yeah.
Hey.
You know how Christian my upbringing was? I think my brother and my cousins have a picture with KJ52.
Oh my God, you know about KJ52?
Oh, KJ52 was, my cousin and my brother loved KJ52.
Nobody knows about KJ52.
No one knows. And I brought him up to other people and they look at me like,
my name is KJ. It is so nice to meet you. Oh my God, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, that song that's like, it's a parody of Dear Slim, but it's him writing to Eminem being like, why aren't you Christian, dude?
Yeah. Come on. Come on, buddy. Convert. Nothing slim shadier than sin.
I'm clearly happier than you. I play churches.
Wearing a big ass t-shirt. I think about that picture all the time. It's so funny to me.
Which one? The KJ52 one?
The KJ52 with my cousin and my brother. I was like, okay. I don't think I ever got it. I was addicted to being counterculture when I was a kid. I was like, I listen to Ray Charles.
Yeah. Oh man, you sounded insufferable.
Oh yeah, I was a disaster. It's like, I'm bumping classical. You guys enjoy your KJ52. I'll be reading.
That rules. Well, still a little improv scene to kick it off. What do you say? Are you down for that?
Yeah, let's do it.
What jumps out to you from that convo we could do a scene about? There's a lot of good stuff.
Okay, and this is an audio format.
And there's YouTube video as well.
Fudge. Okay, gotcha. What jumps out to me?
We had, jazz church is crazy.
Well, I can't pick my own thing. You pick.
Okay, yeah. I want to do something with, a church musician who got flown in, I think is really funny.
Okay, Gotcha.
Thank you so much for coming on short notice. Our other guy's got his voice just totally went out.
Right, thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Great.
I'm something of a star. I'm something of a famous person. So I'm just excited to be involved and to kind of dance around and show everyone kind of what I have and yeah, get my breasts out.
Oh, yeah. We love your dance style. We're a huge fan of that. That was actually maybe the one thing that we just wanted to check in on.
Mm-hmm.
You understand that this is like, we're in like a sanctuary. This is like a church service. We love sort of the dance. We love dance. We think it's very expressive. We're wondering about the breast portion. It's kind of a family thing.
Right.
Is there a compromise we could do there? Like some nipple, is it pasties or
I don't
pasties?
know if it's a pasties food.
Oh, yeah. From the
Pasties food.
Well, that's actually what we were suggesting.
Right.
You want to put meat pies on your nipples.
I think for me, like my breasts are my family. Right, so
Oh.
you're saying it's a family situation
That's
and we need to
beautiful.
worry about the family, but I'm worried about my family and I'm feeling like trapped. And it's when the
I'm so
spirit of the
sorry.
Lord takes over,
Right.
when the spirit of the Lord takes over me and he's like, get your breasts out, break them out. There's no way I can not do that,
I understand.
and I'm gonna.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, to be honest, you're a huge name, and this is a huge get for us. So whatever you want. Was there anything on the rider that
Thank
you
you.
needed?
Right, yes, absolutely.
Was everything that we
I
got?
was just, I was in the green room.
Yeah.
I was in the green room having a look around. I was digging around in the green room.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find any hot dogs.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We must have missed that on there. We can get you some fresh glizzies right away.
Yeah, please get some, import some glizzies, green room, please, because I am allergic to everything else.
Hot dogs is the only. That's terrible. That's so sad. Could we lay hands on you in prayer? We could maybe heal that for you on
Oh my
stage.
God, absolutely, let's lay hands.
All right. Bunch of guys gather around, like so many guys.
Yeah, there's a ton of guys.
that you didn't know were listening, but all of a sudden.
They're all bald for some reason. There's a ton of guys. They're all bald, and their wives are on the side like this. Yeah.
Father, we just want to lift up this young lady before she goes out there. It just smells strongly of hot dogs. Everyone's like,
Yeah, it burns. Two of the guys just burst.
it's like a survey. It's like 38 out of 40 guys are like still hanging in there.
Yeah. 15% of the guys disperse.
Okay,
The rest
let's-
the rest stay, and then 10% get closer.
Let's shave them off by percentages. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just want to lift up her breasts, though they are already lifted. But like, why don't you just raise your arms up? Raise your arms up in worship. Wave a BO.
Wave a BO. Green BO lines.
About how many guys leave? Do you think? at that
I would
point?
say another 20% leave, and then 1% get even closer.
The guys-
Yeah, they
the
start
sniffers,
sniffing. Yeah.
And we just want to lift up this young lady that her dances may inspire people to serve you. And
Excuse me.
yeah.
I just need to release acid.
What do you mean release acid?
I just need to release some
Like
acid.
in a spray or like?
Yeah, I just need to release. I have a port that I need to open, and I need to release some acid
Yeah. Okay. Whatever you
because
need.
I've got really bad GERD, and if I don't release the acid, I'm gonna get eaten up from the inside.
Whatever. You're a big get. You can do whatever. Spray acid on the boys.
Okay.
Oh, it's right at the. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. There's a cork right here, and I pop it open. Acid comes out, burns the 1% of the guys that got close.
The sniffers are dead,
The sniffers are dead.
and they sleep away. They're like, "That's fine. You're a big get."
Yeah.
So how many guys survived the acid blast at that point?
I think probably 6 guys.
We get the 6 remaining.
Yeah.
The half disciple, like the half dozen version of disciples. And is your voice different because all the phlegm drained out? All the buzz?
When the thing is out,
Yeah. Is it whistle?
it's like Voldemort, right? When the thing is out, I'm like, I'm excited to be at church. Right?
And Lord, I just want to pray on specifically this, and I try to plug it like a flute, like the.
Yeah. And you're a little too high, and it's all of a sudden it's whistle tones. I'm like Mariah Carey. I can't do that.
Folks, it's Holy Smokes, where we smoke weed and tell Bible stories. I'm Scoochie Boochie. Vinny Thomas is here. Thanks for doing this.
Was that good?
That was hilarious.
Okay, thank God.
And also, nobody watches this, so it's mostly just fun.
You'll see, Scooch.
Wow, hell yeah, I like the
You're gonna
confidence.
get there, big dog.
Hell yeah, thank you. So you and I, we did improv shows together in Chicago,
Yeah.
where it was a lot of them where it was like 3 improv teams, and then the audience was the other 2 improv teams, and maybe somebody's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Remember that?
It was or let's be realistic, girlfriend.
Yeah,
It
there's
was
a lot of dudes.
A lot of dudes. I don't know. It was. I feel like it was a different world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was doing this. I think I'm going to do this other podcast that's improv themed, and they asked me if I could give like out of 10 how involved I am in the improv community now.
Now,
And I was like, that's shocking because like
Yeah.
I don't know, 5 years ago, I would have said 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm 100%. I'm invested. I'm in the mix. I'm in the shit. I'm in the trenches. And now I was like, I don't know, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It's like totally different.
Yeah.
But when you're there, it's like your whole world. It's what you do.
There's a group of people, usually in their like early 20s, a lot of times just out of college, and we're hot on their short form improv team. And we're like, let's go, baby. I have nothing else to do. Go to Chicago and do like 2, 3, sometimes 4 shows a week.
Yeah.
In front of like just the other people that are doing that
2,
primarily.
3, even 4 shows. And you're doing it for each other. And when we were doing it at I.O., oh my God, you know what I remember most from I.O. is the pizza. There was like this pizza that was always on sale for like 50 cents. I don't know how much it was. Like you could get a slice of it.
It wasn't the 30s. It wasn't that long
the pizza
ago.
was on sale for 50 cents because the stock market had just crashed.
The soda fountain was incredible.
The soda fountain was wonderful.
Dude, they changed ownership, and now there's a new pizza place in there, and it's not as good.
Really? The other pizza was not. The other pizza was. Let's be honest.
No, yeah.
It was a matzo cracker with tomato sauce and mozzarella on it. It wasn't even a crust.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine that it could have gotten.
It's similar,
ways
I'd
up.
say.
Oh, it's the same
I
thing.
was like, yeah. Anyways, let's tell a Bible story. What do you say?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Before we get into it.
Yeah. What do you got?
I would just like to discuss that this is a Precious Moments Bible. This is a Precious Moments Bible. And I didn't know that Precious Moments made Bibles. And
I didn't know they made little toys.
I thought
just knew the Bible.
Oh, they're not toys.
They're like collectibles?
The Precious Moments ceramic collectible figurines are not toys. They are worth money. They are Beanie Babies for racist white women. And they put them in curio cabinets. And each one is like, they're all babies or like toddlers or whatever. They have huge heads and they look like this.
Oh.
And they're all doing something like petting a lamb. And it's very Funko Pop coded. I do think it was like the precursor to Funko Pops.
It was that without like Marvel attachments.
I don't know
if
what
you just
it
like
is.
the Lord.
Yeah, if you just like the Lord instead of the lore, then you get a Precious Moments figurine, bitch. But this is a Precious Moment Bible, which I didn't even know they made.
Which is just funny because it's also still the real Bible. So there's like hella genocide and incest in there. But then every once in a while, there's the cutest image you've ever seen.
And these are all supposed to be adults, mind you. But they're still depicted as like weird little cherubs.
Imagine that you live your whole life, you age, and then you go to heaven, and all of a sudden you're all little babies, and you're like, this is fucking weird,
Could
right?
you imagine? Yeah, you go to heaven and you turn into a Precious Moments creature.
You're like, I remember fucking though. Is it weird that I remember that?
That's sick, man.
It's fucked up, dude.
Hey, where's the story? I don't know.
Oh, what are you looking for?
Zachariah.
Zacchaeus?
Oh, shit. Zacchaeus. You're clearing that throat?
Yeah, buddy.
What's going on in there?
I'm waking up. Zacchaeus is in the New Testament. I should just Google it. That'll be faster.
Oh, wait. Should I preface this by saying the story we're doing is Zacchaeus?
Thank you. Now I can play the transition music. Quick interruption. I got a bunch of new followers this week, which is great. I'm very grateful. I'm still not really making money off this per se. So if you'd like to support my dream of doing comedy full time, you can join the Patreon, patreon.com/holysmokespod. It's also the Patreon for Scoochie Boochie stuff. This month's exclusive Patreon video, you can't watch anywhere else, is a set I did at Green Mill, historic jazz venue in Chicago, at a variety show called Paper Machete. And this video has 2 Scoochie Boochie songs that are not out anywhere else. So if you want to hear those songs, Dinosaurs Are Back and the UP, it's the only place to do it. If you join at the $5 tier or the $12 tier, you also get a discount code for Scoochie Boochie merch, including shirts and posters. And that top tier, the $12 tier, is called Disciple. There's only 4 slots left, and if you join that one, you also get a free cameo of me saying whatever you want, within reason. Don't destroy my life. But thank you so much for supporting my dreams, and let's get back to the episode. Zacchaeus, and I'm going to spell this right, even though it's been years. I know my shit.
Z-A?
Keep going.
Kias?
You got it. Yeah, just Kias at the end.
Wait, what is it? Z-A-C-C-H-E-U?
You're never going to... It's Z-A-C-C-H...
Never is fucked up.
A-E-U-S.
Never gonna get it as crazy.
I guess. Monkeys on Typewriters wise, you could have gotten it given 1,000 years.
Hey,
I can't get over the jazz part of your church. That's so sick.
did you do Awanas?
I think like once. Is that where you like learn Bible shit hardcore and they give you little badges for doing
Yeah,
it?
Awanas was the is the Christian answer to secular Boy Scouts.
Yeah, our version of that was Boys Brigade. It was 100% Boy Scout with just a little more worship.
Yeah.
It's like, we really need to separate. Boy Scouts is already hella Christian.
Isn't it crazy? Yeah, exactly. Jesus was going through Jericho, where a man named Zacchaeus lived. He was in charge of collecting taxes and was very rich. I think something we don't talk about enough is how they're bad writers. Like, okay, don't tell us he was very rich. Show us. You know what I
This
mean?
is back in the Tell days before they invented Cho.
Jesus was heading his way, and Zacchaeus wanted to see what he was like. But Zacchaeus was a short man and could not see over the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed up into a sycamore tree. When Jesus got there, he looked up and said, "Zacchaeus, hurry down. I want to stay with you today." Zacchaeus hurried down and gladly welcomed Jesus. Everyone who saw this started grumbling. "This man Zacchaeus is a sinner, and Jesus is going home to eat with him?" Ugh. Later that day, Zacchaeus...
You added that.
Yeah. I'm trying to make this a little zesty.
Appreciate it.
Later that day, Zacchaeus stood up and said to the Lord, "I will give half of my property to the poor, and I will now pay back 4 times as much to everyone I have ever cheated." And Jesus said to Zacchaeus, "Today you and your family have been saved, because you are a true son of Abraham." Okay, wait, and there's more.
Okay.
No, wait, that's it.
Hell yeah.
Well, there's a lot of stories here.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus again tells about his death, a story about 10 servants.
He called a shot. A lot of people don't know
You
that.
think Zacchaeus was hot?
Oh, short, but like good looking?
I think he was short, but yeah, I think that's why he was a sinner. And they also don't tell you specifically what sins. I think just because he was rich.
I think tax collecting is a sin at this point.
I don't think that's fair.
You're like, what,
Do
we're
you
going to
know
have
what I mean?
no roads?
Well, he doesn't. Yeah, exactly. He's just collecting the taxes for the government,
Yeah,
right? Like
he's
that's
doing
his
his
job.
job.
He's
It's-
like a middleman in bureaucracy.
He's not the oligarchs that set the taxes.
Yeah,
He's a bureaucrat.
It would be like if Luigi killed like an insurance agent.
Dude, walking here, I walked by a place called Roman Empire Insurance, and I was like, that famously fell. That seems like like Atlantis Insurance or
God, they
something.
wish they had insurance in the Roman Empire. No, I don't think Zacchaeus should have been kind of besmirched by his entire
Yeah,
community.
not his fault. He's just a middle management,
Yeah.
He's like an accountant.
Climbing in a sycamore tree to see Jesus?
I wonder how old he was, because the older he is, the funnier it is to climb a tree.
Oh, okay. So he was 80.
He's like, fuck it, I gotta see this
Yeah.
guy. Ow!
And this was a time when people barely lived to 36. And
So
he was 80.
Fucking
Yeah.
ancient. Or they were living in 300. You can't tell sometimes.
Oh my God. That first part of Noah when everyone's like,
They just give the rundown. He's like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy, 485.
this guy 45. This guy, I don't know, 6. They're just throwing numbers out there because they've just invented numbers. And they're like, we really want to explore the uses of these things. And they're just making bigger numbers.
Yeah, they didn't have 486 of anything. That was hard to even visualize.
No, they didn't. They absolutely didn't.
Sand, maybe. Sound cut that. That's mean-spirited. I don't like
486 sand.
sand, dude. That's a great story. I think
Thank you so much.
I pictured Zacchaeus as kind of an ugly, like, balding guy who's just like, people don't like him. He's unpopular. He's like an office worker.
No, I think even from when I was young, I was like, Zacchaeus is surely.
How would you cast
handsome.
him?
How would I cast him?
Yeah, who would you want in that role?
Have you seen Sticky?
No.
There's this guy. It's this really great series about the syrup vault of Canada being robbed. Basically,
Awesome.
like Canada has this big vault of
I'm in on that
100%
premise.
maple syrup, and famously, one day they looked through some of the barrels and like a ton of them were empty, and it must have happened years ago that someone stole all this syrup.
Oh my God, the
and it was
perfect
like
crime.
yeah, millions and millions of dollars worth of syrup. And they still
What?
to this day don't know who did it. And so they made a series about it. And there's this guy who's in it, and he's like this short guy with kind of a beard and dark hair.
Okay, that guy.
And
I could put his picture up.
you know exactly what I'm talking about?
I do not, but I'll put him on
Wait,
screen.
hold up. What else was he in? I think he was in what's that show where they're like working in tech? Silicon Valley. He was in Silicon Valley.
Okay, cool. Thomas Middleditch, TJ
No,
Miller,
No. Not
long-haired
Middleditch.
dude, Asian dude.
No, not Asian at all. Not Asian at all.
Disappointingly.
I think Greek. He has a Greek
Okay.
name.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Theodrakis? It might be Jason Theodrakis
Okay.
or something.
That guy.
That guy would be Zacchaeus.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, that-
Or
that rips.
if we were looking for something more comedic, even though he's very funny, Danny DeVito.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a very It's Always Sunny move to be like, I'm gonna climb a tree.
Yeah. I can't see him.
Fuck it.
I can't see
Like,
Jesus.
That's Charlie behavior. Maybe it's Charlie Day a little bit. It's like, I want to see him. And he just
I think Charlie would be more likely to dig underground.
Honestly, they would just elbow their way through the
Oh,
crowd.
yeah. I could imagine Danny DeVito up there like shoving eggs into his mouth, trying to like see Jesus.
No, that's what happened.
He's got binoculars.
He'd climb it, he'd just see Jesus, and then he'd see, I saw some quail eggs. I wanted to have quails. And then he's like eating just loose eggs.
Quails, ground nesting bird.
And the
Very
accident,
funny
yeah,
joke.
like drops like yolk on Jesus as he goes by or something. Gross.
Oh my God. You think Jesus would forgive him?
No, Jesus would be like, "Vroom," and he would just stop in midair.
Yeah. See, here's the problem: is Jesus has so many powers. You know what I mean? He has so many powers. And all he's doing is like transforming food when he could like have been telekinetic.
I think it's proof that he's human because a very human behavior is when you ask for a suggestion in an improv show, first thought is food. First thought, food. That's a human thing. So he's just like, I don't know, bread and wine would be nice.
Yeah. I'll just switch these around. My power is just switching the food.
He's just playing Minecraft. He's like, if you put like 4 breads in a row, you can actually turn that into wine.
Absolutely. I have this very weird uncle. Obviously from the white side of my family.
And because he's an uncle. Uncles are always weird.
He's just very strange. And he does these videos where he's very like new agey.
Cool.
And he pretends, or not pretends, I guess for him it's very real. He like intuits deities and like pretends they like possess him.
Cool. Holy
shit. It's one of the goofiest things I've ever seen in my life.
Because it's also him like doing a performance of different gods.
Yeah.
It's a big swing as an actor.
And it'd be like, today I'll be yeah.
I'd be hitting the eyes roll back hard if I said
yeah. Oh yeah, so would I. And I wish it was that much. But it's really not that. He just like he'll be like, today I'm being Thoth. Like Thoth.
Go deep in the god.
Yeah,
bag.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Thoth?
It could be anyone. Like any god whatsoever.
The god of lift?
I might be pronounced Toth, and it's the ibis. He's like the god of writing in ancient Egypt.
Wow, cool.
And he does it, and he's like, and he'll just give like a normal speech where he's like, "Hey, I just want to tell you about love."
Oh,
and like it's very strange. I don't know.
Even me, a big birdhead man, knows about love.
See, that's what I want to hear about. I want to hear about what it's like to be half bird. But instead he's just talking nonsense.
yeah. But what's your day to day though?
Yeah.
Seth?
Yeah. Seth? Seth.
That's an Egyptian god.
I think the THs are Ts. Yeah. Seth? Wait, who is Seth? Was the freak. Seth was the death god.
The freak and the death god?
Seth, wait, have you seen Seth?
You've seen Seth?
You've seen Seth? You're Seth familiar?
I've been on Seth.
Did you watch Tuttenstein when you were a kid?
No.
You probably weren't allowed.
Dude, I'll tell you, funny show I wasn't allowed to watch. Probably
Pokemon.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because they had bad attitudes. I don't know the canon at all.
Wow.
I think I can name them.
Wait, stop. Because they had bad attitudes?
You just didn't like their tone. It wasn't even a religious thing.
The teenage... So, yeah, like, your parents saw the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were like... Your parents on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles said they were just mean.
Fuck you, bitch.
Fuck you, bitch. They were calling Master Splinter a bastard and shit. No, I mean,
we respect nothing. No government.
Anarchists who live underground. No, that's crazy. I've never heard that before.
And Rugrats, same logic.
You're Spongebob. We watched Rugrats all the time.
I think they just hated Nickelodeon. I don't know.
I think they just hated adventure. Nickelodeon raised a lot of red flags for Christians. Early on, I'll say. We weren't allowed to watch Courage, The Cowardly Dog, which I think was Cartoon Network.
That was
but
kind of scary
also, yeah, it was pretty scary. We weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob. Yeah, blow that.
You weren't allowed to watch
He's
SpongeBob?
wiping his nose. He doesn't
That's
want you to
fucked
see. We weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob. But that one was pretty famous. Like, a ton of Christian kids weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob. Yeah, that one's like...
Honestly, if I had to pick, I'm glad I got to watch SpongeBob. I feel like it shaped a lot of my sensibilities. Like silly boys out there.
Just like the way you sound and dress and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, you know, in Shrek 2 when he gets turned into human Shrek, I'm that, but SpongeBob.
Oh my God, they should make that. They really should make that.
Oh, man.
Like Patrick is a human.
Oh,
would be
just
crazy, man.
Oh, who would you cast? That's a good question. Human Patrick? I mean, Seth Rogen's kind of funny.
You know who I think would do a really good job is Eric Stone Street.
Oh, yeah.
Modern Family.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or the guy who played Kevin in The Office.
Oh, my God. Yeah. No, this is Patrick. Baumgartner.
Maybe I should be a casting director. I think I'm killing it. I'm eating right now.
It is a funny role, the idea of casting directors. They're awesome, but at the end of the day, like, how do you want to do that? Just be like, no, I just want to pick who's in the movie. I think I know who. That's such a cool job.
It's the perfect job.
It's like, no, I don't need to be. I don't even have to make it. But like, let's put Ryan in there, and everyone's like, oh shit, Ryan.
Ryan, anyone.
There's a lot of them.
Wait, are we digging more into the story?
Yeah. What do you also want to talk about in there? There's a lot of interesting stuff.
What do you?
There's a very youth
obsessed with his tone of voice.
Dude, it was so I did it with my girlfriend Annie, and her eyes got really big, and she was like, "Oh, you have a podcast voice. This isn't how you talk." And I was like, "I'm trying to talk like how I talk, but I also know I'm on a podcast."
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Here's how I talk in real life. They don't want to watch that.
That's really sad. That was really depressing, big dog.
Wait, let me hit that one more time.
Okay. Oh, the slump is crazy.
I have terrible posture. At my best, I'm here. Things are going great. I'm still like.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to talk about Zacchaeus anymore. Actually, I don't know if there's anything else to say.
That's great. You know, we're actually exactly at 30 minutes. Why don't we do a little improv scene and then we'll do my Bible story?
Okay, great.
That was a podcast voice. Wait, let me hit that again like it's an audiobook. And now we're going to move on to some improv. Felt terrible, didn't it?
Yeah.
Never doing that again.
It was good. It was like you're the host of a smooth jazz radio show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good scene idea. Is smooth jazz Christian radio?
Okay, yeah, and we're the hosts.
Yeah, and we lift up your name. That was Miles Davis remix by Chris Tomlin, and you're listening to 98.5 The Dove.
Listening to 98.5 The Dove, and you know what? I'd like to play a song from our next artist, whose name is Gibeah.
Oh, I love Gibeah's early stuff.
Yeah, Gibeah does amazing work. Gibeah play the flute. And she play it raw. And something I love about Gibeah's sound is it'll make you relax. Every muscle in your body loosens up, and you feel like a fresh fish. Gibeah. This is Flute for Jesus by Gibeah.
And we're back. That was another 30 seconds of commercial-free music. Next up, we got one of my favorite records from 400 BC. This is Serug.
This is Serug.
S-E-R-U-G.
Ooh, I love Serug.
Serug came out of the scene in New Orleans and then ended up in Nazareth and just could play a mean 12-string lyre.
Ooh. And let me tell you something about Serug. When Serug hit the 6th string,
the forgotten string they call
when
it.
Serug hit the 6th string, my throat go dry. Here we go. There's a song called Soup by Serug. And we're back.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas. We're getting a lot of requests from a track by Eliphaz from Teman.
I believe it's Teman.
Oh, sorry. Eliphaz from Teman. And it's a collab with Bildad from Shua.
Oh my God, Bildad's incredible.
And Zophar from Namal. And they were 3 of Job's friends.
We know that. Yeah, they collabed on some
It
stuff.
actually says right here, they were 3 of Job's friends. And it's these cats. Let me tell you something about these cats. These cats could blow a jug.
Yeah, like a clay pot.
They each have a different sized clay jug, and they're blowing across the top.
And that'll make you feel like a boneless fish. A snake with no skin.
That'll make you feel like a snake with no skin. That'll make you feel like a marshmallow on a Tuesday.
Oh, well, that was an amazing hit right there. Honestly, the whole time I felt like Froyo before the toppings.
Ooh. And now it's time for a commercial break. Medicine.
You can ask for it. You can just ask the doctor for it. Medicine.
Yeah, medicine. You can have it whenever you want it. You ask the doctor for it, and they'll write down on a piece of paper whether you need it.
Hey, you feel kind of fucked up, right? And you still want to throw frisbee with grandkid? Medicine.
Hey, you're not well. You're not healthy. I can tell. I can tell just from the way you're driving that car.
Are you sure your blood's red?
Hey, Stinky.
You have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, if you want to follow me, you can follow me at VINN_AYY. That's VINN_AYY. Blowing your nose. On Instagram, TikTok, and or Vinny Thomas on Blue Sky. And I'm in a movie called You're Cordially Invited on Amazon Prime.
What's that?
This is coming out. You're Cordially Invited?
Yeah.
It's a rom-com with Reese Witherspoon
Hell
and
yeah.
Will Ferrell.
Nice.
And Platonic on Apple TV.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.